Hey, hello, welcome to Trash Talkin.
I'm Reg.
I'm Ian. We're about to embark on the single most fun weekend of the NFL season. It's Super Wildcard Weekend. You have a dog in the race. I do not, so I will be picking new teams.
It's nice to be home for a week.
I was gonna say you don't even have to watch football this week. I will be taking new teams instead of my Cowboys, and like I said last time, anyways, it doesn't matter because Buffalo is now Sabres country and not Bills country.
Go Sabres!
I feel like more people are excited about Sabres Ducks tonight than Bills Jaguars tomorrow. That's just a hunch. I could be wrong. I don't know. But all I know is that the Bills season could be over tomorrow, and no matter what, tomorrow Sabres season continues. So that's one thing to go.
Oh, Buffalo.
One thing, let's get right into it. Talking about the Bills. What does this playoff mean for Josh Allen? No Lamar, no Mahomes, no Burrow. Should be a straight line to the Super Bowl. What does it mean for him?
Well, to me, if he doesn't get to the Super Bowl, he's not in a level of Joe Burrow, Lamar, or Patrick, obviously.
Mhm.
I know they're road games, but everybody is beatable. Everybody is beatable. And I know he doesn't have to do everything. They got James Cook.
Mhm.
They can run the ball.
Yeah.
Their defense doesn't scare anybody, but they can control the clock. He doesn't have to be Superman, but he needs to be better and not turn the ball over to win. And Jacksonville's a very tough opponent. But these are games he has to win.
Yeah.
There's no doubt in my mind. Mahomes would win this game. You know, Lamar would go there and beat him, and so would Burrow. To put him in the category of the elite quarterbacks, I don't care what he does, again, like the regular season.
Yeah.
If you don't win at least, well, to me, if they're not in a Super Bowl, but 2 wins, to me, he's done. I think this will affect his legacy and how people look at him, especially if they lose tomorrow.
Yeah, and people are acting like he's got like nobody, like he didn't have like the rushing leader, like James Cook beside him. I don't understand the whole thing. And if he doesn't make it to the Super Bowl, you have to drop him near that Dak tier more than the Mahomes tier. Because every time I see Dak go into the playoffs against a team that he's supposed to beat and lose, we drop him about 10 spots on the top 10 list. But if Josh Allen loses to the Jags tomorrow, which is like extremely possible, like I don't know why people are acting like
I don't know how Buffalo's favorite.
That's the thing. Like I would be hammering the Jags because the Jags
their name. That's all it is.
The Jags beat the number 1 seed by 14. They beat you guys by 14. Like that is a dangerous
team.
They
won 8 in a row.
They won 8 in a row. Trevor Lawrence looks really good.
They had a harder schedule than Buffalo.
So I don't want. We're not putting enough pressure on Josh Allen at all. Like this is. If you press in this game, you show us who you really are, and because he's been good in the playoffs,
he's the best quarterback in the AFC by far this year.
Yeah, by far.
The playoffs.
And if he
don't even tell me Aaron Rodgers because he's the best by far.
And if he makes it to the Super Bowl, I'd be okay saying he's the best quarterback in football.
3 road games.
Yeah,
but he's got a running game to fall on.
Yeah, but in a good O-line.
He's the number 1 running back.
One of the better O-lines.
And we're acting like the tight ends suck. Like I know the wide receivers are like, but Kincaid's a good tight end. Like I don't know. I don't look at Josh Allen as like the poor quarterback that everyone else is looking at him like right now. You're playing the Jags the AFC is wide open. There's no team, even the NFC. There's no team where you're like, oh my God, they are going to win every single game. Like
nobody's scared of anybody.
No,
nobody's scared.
And if you're Josh Allen, you shouldn't be scared of anybody anyways. Because if you believe that you're Superman, weather's not going to affect anything. You're in Jacksonville. So there's no excuse to me. I know the defense isn't good. The O-line is pretty good. You have the number 1 rusher in the league. Not everything's on you. And if you start to see Josh Allen press, then I want to start talking about him like we talk about Dak in big games, where it's like
I will tell you, Josh knows this. I'm watching the Elway show right now on Netflix, and he knew it. When he had lost 3 in a row, it's all they don't stop thinking about that.
Yeah, but
he knows he has to win.
But Allen doesn't get crushed in media like everyone else does. That's the thing. I know there's internal pressure, but there feels like there's zero external pressure right now, and I don't understand.
People like ESPN and that, they don't go after Josh.
I don't get it, and that's I know why Nick Wright's doing it because he's a Chiefs fan, but he's like, well, how is nobody putting pressure on Josh Allen? The Chiefs aren't in. That's his biggest. That's his roadblock. Yeah. Lamar's not in there. It's another great quarterback. Burrow's not in there. He seemed to struggle against the Bengals in the playoffs.
There's a lot of young quarterbacks he's playing.
That's the thing. Like, who is the best quarterback he could play in the AFC? Herbert?
I would say probably, yeah. It's
going to be Herbert, and then the drop down is Trevor Lawrence. Yeah. And that's a really big drop down. Like I don't even like Trevor Lawrence that much.
2 second-year quarterbacks, New England and Denver. Yeah. Aaron Rodgers was 80 years old.
That's the thing. Like CJ Stroud behind an O-line too, that is not going to help him at all. But I mean,
same with Herbert. He's got no offense.
Yeah, Herbert's got no line. Alt and Slater are out. He's two of the best tackles in the league are out. So I'm just not moved by this whole but Josh has carried a bad team. It's like, no, he hasn't. No. He's the best player on this team by far. He's a top 3 quarterback, but he has everything to lose in this game because he drops. Maybe it's a Cowboy fan of me, but I watched Dak get crushed.
In the second tier.
That's the thing.
And stays there.
But we do it to all these other quarterbacks who we think are a lot worse than Josh. Like I'm not saying that Dak is even close to Josh because I think Josh is the top 2 player.
Every time Sam Darnold loses a game, they're all over him, and he's he's been a backup most of his time.
Not criticizing Josh for not making the Super Bowl is telling us that we don't think Josh is that good. If we don't criticize him for not getting there, then we're just Bills fans are saying out loud we don't think he's top 2.
They'll blame the defense, not him.
And
that's what'll happen.
And I don't like that because we say that Josh is Superman and that he can carry anything.
If they lose 34-31 tomorrow, they'll blame the defense.
But I just hate that, and I know it's unfair, but football is a quarterback game, and we saw Brady do it with great defenses, I'm sure. But
we saw what happens when you have an incredible offense, one of the most potent, and no defense.
Yeah.
But this is different. This is a team that got to the playoffs. Our defense is historically bad.
I know, but I don't think
the Bills do have the number 1 ranked pass defense. I know it's a fraudulent stat.
Really?
I know it's a fraud stat, but it is a stat.
Really?
They don't. Yeah. So I'm not listen.
But they had an easy schedule.
Totally. But the Cowboys defense was so bad that we couldn't even have fraudulent stats. Everything was last. Yeah. The Bills were decent enough, not even decent, but salvageable enough to be like, wow, they do have a number 1 pass defense. That means the rush defense is horrible. I get that.
The last game they played the Jets who had nobody. The week before it was a monsoon. The Eagles weren't doing anything.
No, I get that for sure.
So those are 2 gift games for their defense.
But if I'm a Bills fan, I cannot point to the defense. If you look on the stat sheet, it's the number 1 pass defense. What? I don't trust the defense whatsoever, and I don't trust McDermott in big games. I think he is a conservative coach.
It's a big game for Liam Cohen too.
Yeah, well,
he's a great coach. This should be coach of the year probably, but
if your first season, what were the Jags last year? They had 5 wins, a playoff win, beating Josh Allen, and it's really big for the Jags. It's really big for Josh Allen in the opposite way.
I'll make one guarantee: there'll be one Josh Allen that wins tomorrow. Guaranteed.
That's true. One of them has to win. Someone said
There's
this.
Gonna be one Josh Allen happy and one Josh Allen sad.
If the Jags win, Josh Hines Allen gets to drop the middle name, and now Josh Allen has to use the middle name. Take the Josh Allen back.
I tell you, the way Jacksonville playing, they're scary right now.
They scare me. And if I was a Bills fan, I would be silent for a day. 24 hours, I wouldn't talk.
All sports is being hot at the right time. It's not. You don't have to be hot all year. You got to be hot at the right time.
I just don't want to see anyone circling the wagons in September if the Bills lose tomorrow. I don't want to see any wagons.
Are you listening, Gooch?
Are you listening? If the Bills lose tomorrow, I don't want to hear anyone talking about. And going into the season, I don't want to hear them as favorites. I don't want to hear them as top 3 favorites next year. If they lose the first game,
New England will be.
That's the thing.
Favored to win the division.
It's also kind of big for New England because as soon as the Bills lose, we have a dawn of the new era in the AFCs. I'm a Patriots fan. I'd be thinking, oh, they're starting to fall down and we're raising up. Yeah,
that's what Mark Baldinelli was saying last night.
Oh yeah, I forgot they're Patriots.
He's a huge Patriots fan.
Well, it'll be fun tomorrow. But now, kind of going off of that a little bit, who has the most to gain and lose in the playoffs?
To lose, obviously Sean McDermott. I'm guaranteeing you, if they lose tomorrow, he's fired Monday morning.
Yeah,
that they have too much talent to. It's great to get to the playoffs, but if you don't do anything, it's the same with Mike Tomlin. If they lose Monday, he's either stepping down or he's gone. How long can you?
I think it would have been for sure if he lost on Sunday.
He was
that game was whoever loses.
People don't want to finish 9-8, 10-7 every year. Yeah. Never win a playoff game. It makes no sense. You know, I think the team that has nothing to lose is just New England Patriots. They're playing with house money. Nobody expects them to win. They're like Denver was last year. They got there. Denver got in, got us spanked in the playoffs, but gave them a little bit of experience. Now look what happened to them this year. So they have nothing to lose.
Difference is though, New England had what was their record? 13-4.
Yeah,
that's a hell of a football team.
Yeah,
I mean Denver got in, but I think New England is just
14-3. So
14-3.
I think Justin Herbert has a lot to lose. If he plays bad and they lose to New England, we all know
we could probably have playoffs. We could probably have a 10 people list of things to lose.
But really, he has a lot to lose. And
a lot of
again, like I was telling you before, I just hope I can't see anybody beating Seattle in the NFC, but if Seattle lose, I hope it's not Darnold's fault because he deserves a lot more than what he gets from all these ESPN and everybody guys. When you have Minnesota and you take them to what he did and watch what Minnesota did without him this year, and he took Seattle, who thought they had Geno Smith a few years ago, and look what he did. He gets them to the #1 seed.
Yeah.
The guy just wins.
Yeah, no.
You know, and they harp all over him. I would like to see them get to the Super Bowl just for him.
Yeah.
And just look what he's been through in his career and
to
do what he did. Exactly. It's a great story. I'd love to see if Pittsburgh lose, I hope Rodgers gets sacked 8 times, throws 3 picks, and then he realizes maybe he should retire.
I think he's coming back for another season, honestly.
You know?
I think he'll be back for one more.
Houston's just going to line up. And
it'll be.
They're just going to blitz him every down. I think I can't see Green Bay firing their coach, but they have a lot to lose too if they lose to the Bears. Then it's a changing of the guard again. It went from Detroit to Green Bay, and now all of a sudden Chicago.
Also, the Packers have been the 7th seed every single time since we've introduced 7 seeds in like the 7th wild card.
They do enough to get in,
and they have the first 7 seed. There was the biggest upset.
They beat
us at home, 48-34. So
they've had a lot of injuries too.
Yeah,
and they're healthy now. They rested guys. That'll be a great game. Like I was telling you before, I hope Carolina get hammered so bad that the NFL switches the format around because they got.
Hey, the Panthers beat the Rams.
Yeah, that's
all I'm saying. That's the only thing I'm thinking here.
Yeah, but I don't see it happening again now. You give me Sean McVay in the playoffs against a team he should beat.
Yeah,
and again, like I was telling you, Detroit didn't make the playoffs, but they had a better record than Carolina. Every road team in the playoffs has a better record than Carolina's at home.
Yeah.
They got to switch it, get the 7 best teams in each conference, and I think it'll be even better because sometimes you let a team slide in and they shouldn't be, and one game's not
always in a wild card weekend. You get the one game,
one
where
bad
it's
game, and
it was Cowboys.
For a while, it was the 7th seed against a 2 seed. They were getting hammered. Now it's a little more even.
It's 4 against 5 now.
But
it's always the NFC South winner.
Yeah, exactly.
It always is. When Brady's last year,
South too, before they weren't as good.
Yeah.
But
you would always let
so who would have made it?
Ryan Mallett Texans and the TJ Savage Texans were always.
Who would have made it in the AFC if they did 1 to 7? If they did 1 to 7, that didn't make it.
It would have been the same.
Like Detroit in the NFC.
It would have been the same in the AFC, but it would have been different seeding.
Seeding, okay.
Like the Chargers, Buffalo.
But in the NFC, it would have been Detroit.
Detroit. Maybe. I mean, the Chargers, Buffalo, and Houston all have better records than.
But the Colts at least would have had something to play for last couple
of years. There'll be less guys resting if they do that. There'll be more games at the end of the year. Nobody wants to see.
But the Vikings and Lions would have been in over the Panthers.
Yeah.
If we did that. Like that, they would have both had a chance. Oh, wow. The Vikings would have gotten actually.
Sure, they would.
Really? Because the Lions beat the Vikings beat the Lions twice.
So just think of that.
But to be fair, I would much rather watch Bryce Young than JJ McCarthy or Jake Brosmer in the playoffs. So I'm okay with that. Jake Brosmer won a game with 11 passes. I get it. No, I do. I totally get it.
Who do you think has to lose? I know one of it definitely is.
Josh Allen. 100% is Josh Allen. We are talking about Josh Allen, so I will say the Eagles organization a little bit because I think you go into free fall if you lose in the first round because I think things are already kind of falling apart. I don't think anybody in that locker room like Sirianni. I think Sirianni has completely lost the locker room. You see him walking out. And who did they play last week when he was yelling in the hallway to the locker room and they show a couple of the players like side eyeing him, giving him a stare like, what are you doing?
And they rested guys when if they won that game they would have jumped the Bears.
Yeah, that made no sense.
The Bears lost.
They should have played a half and check the scoreboard and see what's going on. Yeah. They didn't play well the week before in Buffalo in the monsoon.
The offense is broken.
The offense is broken. The defense doesn't need fixing.
The defense is great.
Yeah.
But if they lose to the Niners, which I think they will, that's what I think is happening this week, and Hurts looks horrible against a defense that is destroyed. What do you start doing about Hurts in the offseason? Like, do you just keep ignoring the fact that he has been the reason you can't do anything on offense? Like, he is the reason.
He was compared to Dak.
The problem is they got 2 Super. That's the problem. I know that's the problem.
Can you imagine if Dak played on that team?
Well, I remember being at school and they locked Hurts in the $50 million contract. At that point, that was kind of a steal. Yeah. I was like, he's just coming off an MVP season. He looks like he's only going to get better. He's gotten worse every single year from that point. And now he looks like he can't read a defense at all. Like he'll be throwing like a wide open like slant route. Throw it behind a guy. It's like I don't see anything where Hurts is redeeming, and I thought he was going to be the best quarterback in football at one point. So
if they win, it's going to be their defense, but they know how to win too. That's
That's the thing. But Howie Roseman is a very aggressive human. I cannot see him watching
Bears. They're not going to be afraid to go to the Bears.
Oh, I don't think anyone in the NFC is going to be afraid to go anywhere.
No.
But if the Eagles lose and Hurts looks horrible,
they're going to blow A.J. Brown and everybody. They're going to make a lot of moves in the offseason.
Well, that's the thing. Like AJ's been weird all year.
He'll be gone.
The offensive line is old. Lane Johnson has so much left in him. So I don't know. I think the Eagles. When I talk about the NFC East, I'm way more scared of the Giants in the next 5 years than I am of the Eagles. I think the Giants have a foundation that's terrifying, and if they crush, well, I don't even. I don't even look at Washington right now.
Down, but the Giants with a good coach, whoever they get,
if they kill a first-round pick and get, Caleb Downs could be their first pick. That shores up the secondary. I'd be scared of them next year.
Listen, somebody's got to explain to me. How do you fire your coach the Monday after you beat the Chiefs? Pete Carroll, you beat the Chiefs and you fire him. Holy mackerel, that was a shock.
Maybe Pete Carroll's going to New York.
Well, good thing he still gets his old age pension.
I was going to say.
Good thing he's 78, he still gets his old age pension.
My most to gain, though, is a little two-seater. I am going to go it's kind of Aaron Rodgers a little bit because he can win a playoff game, and that's the end of a good story for him. Because we all thought the Steelers weren't going to the playoffs. I didn't think the Steelers were going to the playoffs, at least.
It'll get him another contract.
It could get. I know he wants to come back, but you just don't end in an embarrassing fashion. Like, I don't know. Imagine he ended off the Jets era. Like that was his last year. Like that would have been embarrassing. Yeah, like If he wins a playoff game, you can kind of say, oh, you know what? He kind of went out on top a little bit. It's not like David Ortiz on top where he had like 39 home runs. Rodgers had an okay season. If you actually watch him play, he's throwing dink and dunks the whole time, but he was fine.
I noticed last week.
They just beat Lamar to go to the playoffs, which we didn't think they were going to do. So I think Rodgers has a lot to gain. But I think Caleb has a lot to gain. Williams. Because last year we were all down on Caleb. We all thought, maybe he wasn't the right pick.
It took 2 years.
Yeah, he came right back around. And there's been times this year where he's looked really bad. But there has been times this year where he looks like one of the best quarterbacks in football.
Just think, 2 years ago, the draft, Drake May, Bo Nix, Caleb Williams, 3 quarterbacks, all 2 and up.
Yeah,
2 and up.
I know.
2 seeds and higher.
And,
how can that even be,
And Daniels last year made an NFC championship game. So those quarterbacks have hit. We have worries about the injuries for Daniels, but they've hit. But also Bears-Packers is huge. That is so much fun to me.
That is a great game.
And that is not a 2 and a 7 to me. That's not a 2 seed and 7 seed.
They know each other so well.
That is just so much fun. And, it would have been a little more fun with Micah because it just would have been 2 teams at their best.
I would have pulled for it.
I absolutely wouldn't have. No, it would have been 2 teams at their best.
I always liked Micah. I don't know
2 teams that hate each other.
Hate each other at their best. It's at Soldier Field. It's a home game for the Bears in the playoffs, man. Like the last time, I'm trying to think if this is true. The last time we saw the Bears in a playoff game at home was the double doink game.
Yeah.
Because the second time we saw them was Eagles. It was another Eagles-Bears game, but I think it was in
doink game.
Eagles. It was, right?
Yes.
Because the next time we saw them was double doink because I'm just doing this on the spot now because Nick Foles played the next year because Carson Wentz got hurt in the playoffs again. But that was not in Chicago. But yeah, it was a double doink game. Yeah. So it's exercising defense.
The crowd's gonna be nuts.
It's a new era. That's what I really am into that type of stuff. It's like subtle moments where it's like we could switch things up. We could change the
teams that are getting home games in the crowd.
That's exactly
Chicago, Seattle, New England, Denver. All these teams that haven't had home games.
I'll give Pittsburgh for a long time. I was going to say good teams.
Getting home games, the crowd is going to be a big factor.
I just wish Norm was still here in Georgia.
That would have been funny, yes.
I ran into him at Soldier Field.
He could have had the Bears.
Yeah,
but if you look at the AFC, the Patriots and Steelers, those are 2 fan bases that are going to get a home playoff game. I know the Steelers have had them, but they deserve. Those are fans that are very into it. Eagles, screw Eagles.
They're spoiled. They're spoiled
now. But no, I can't wait to watch that game tonight. And I think Caleb could really cement himself as the Bears have not had a quarterback in their history.
I think another guy, CJ
Stroud,
has pressure on him.
I don't care.
If Stroud wants to be considered a decent quarterback,
you have to be the
great defense. If you can't go into Pittsburgh and
you have to at least win this week.
That's what I mean.
This week, because I mean, if the Texans,
their defense ain't going to give up more than 16 points at the most.
And I mean, I'm kind of foreshadowing my Super Bowl pick. I don't believe this is going to happen, but if the Texans lose next week, you can say, oh, they lost to the Broncos, whatever. They lost to Herbert and the Chargers, whatever. Patriots are the 2 seed, they lost to them, whatever. You can make excuses. Yeah. I don't think you can make excuses against Steelers.
No.
You have to beat the Steelers.
They should win this game. They should win this game.
I think so too. So we're going to do 2 things for our predictions. We're going to do the teams that we want to be in the Super Bowl. I have a feeling I know which one of yours is. And the teams we think. So we'll go with who we think first.
Super Bowl predictions, yeah. Again, I'm going to go with my heart. It depends on who they play. But with the altitude, hopefully the weather changes. You can't pick against your team. 2 home games. The offense just has to do a little bit more and enough with the defense and the crowd to win 2 games at home and get to the Super Bowl. I'm going to say them. In the NFC, I can't see anybody going to Seattle and beating them. With the Seattle crowd, probably be bad weather of some sort. If anybody's going to beat them in Seattle, and I hate to say it just because of their defense, and maybe if Barkley has a good game, the Eagles. If the Rams happen to get hot, they know each other well. You know, that team I'm most scared about in Denver is, if it's not Denver, I believe Jacksonville will be the team.
Well, who's your actual predictions, though? Because we're going to put
that's the actual prediction.
My actual prediction is Denver and Seattle in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Teams that I would like to see.
Denver,
obviously. And I would like to see Stafford get to another Super Bowl. It'd be tough to win 3 games on the road. That's the only problem.
Yeah.
But there's no gimmies anywhere this year. There's no layups. Finally, there's no, they should win or they're going to get
And the
killed.
one layup already lost to the layup earlier in the season. Yes. I know it sucks, 8-9, but like if you're looking for a reason to be excited about the 4:30 game, which I'm trying my best to be, I'll be more paying attention to Sabres Ducks. But it is the fact that Bryce Young's best game of the year was against
Stafford through 3 picks.
Yeah, I agree. But it was a
done
comeback
that twice this year, by the way.
One was a pick 6.
Yeah. So. It was a comeback. If you're looking to be excited for that game, that is the reason. But the excitement is later on today. My prediction is Seahawks Texans in the Super Bowl. I am a big fan of defense. I have more fun watching a good defense than a good offense. I think the Texans defense has shown you against the best quarterbacks in the league that they can shut down anybody.
They shut anybody.
They made Josh look horrible.
Yes, they did.
Josh looked terrible. Mahomes looked horrible. I know Mahomes at the end of the year looked horrible anyways, but they have done it all year. They've carried – and how much have they won in a row? Are they in a row or are they just like 7 out of 8?
If they play Denver, whoever has a turnover or the punter gets hot and nails you deep in your end, that's going to be the difference in the game. 1 turnover, because you're not going to score 16 points either way.
And the Texans have won 9 in a row. I did not know that. I thought it was like 8 or 9.
Oh,
they have won 9 in a row.
Game,
So they're on fire. The 2 highest win streaks in the league are the AFC South, which is crazy. But
and Indy was supposed to win the division at 8-1. They lost 8 of the last 9.
So there's been a bunch of streaks in that division, losing and winning streaks.
I
mean, how mad are we that we can't watch Phillip Rivers in the wild card round this week?
I'll give that guy all.
Me too.
I'll tell you, for his age, to not get hurt, he didn't look on a. Listen, he could have started on a few teams this year and wouldn't have looked out of place.
He looked pretty good. I'll give him credit.
And he threw the ball. I mean, it didn't
the first game looked bad. The second game, it looked like he really got comfortable. So
he looked like he was having
fun. I wish he would
have
pulled one of those.
Yeah,
that's something to see, though.
That wasn't him. That wasn't on him, though. It was the defense that blew every game. He put up enough points. I mean, he threw pick 6s, but so I'm Texans and Seahawks. I also don't see anyone who can beat the Seahawks.
Be a defensive.
I just don't see anyone who can beat the Seahawks. The only team my dark horse is the Niners, just because they are championship pedigree, and obviously you guys are the 1 seed, so I'm giving you guys just as much shot as anyone. You guys are better than the Texans. I just think when you're hot, you have a great defense.
I don't know if we're better. We're even.
I would say you're better than because
you want home field advantage.
But your offense is way more functional than the Texans to me, though. I know it's been bad.
They have bad spots.
But the Texans' offensive line is just like
they need
airport security. Just lets everyone in.
Evan Ingram.
You need your stars.
They need him.
You need your weapons
to get 5-6 catches a game, move the chains. Keep the defense off the field, punt when you have to. And
we feel differently about Bo Nix here, but you need the side of Bo Nix that comes out in the 4th quarter from the start because it's a playoff.
They have to start early.
It's a playoff. He has to start. He has to start doing all the scramble drills early, looking like a magician.
Let him run.
Yeah, no, that's the thing. Let him run a college offense, honestly, at that point. Like, let him roll out bootlegs, get people open.
You're at home. You're supposed to win. Seattle, man, that crowd.
Yeah. Oh,
it's going to be hard for an offense to walk in there and function.
But I do wonder, like, for like a second-year quarterback like Bo, if this is the Broncos' first home playoff game since 15, right?
They won the Super Bowl.
They won the Super Bowl. So it's been a long time. I do wonder if that works against a young quarterback.
No, I think he'll be more.
You think so?
It's going to be quiet. He doesn't have to go on the silent count.
I wonder if there's pressure though there. Like, there's a lot of. It's like if the Sabres make a playoffs, I wonder how the first game would be. Everyone tight at home, like, oh my god, this is the first time in 15 years.
There shouldn't be. Shouldn't be. Well, hey, look what happened this year.
I would map up easy plays to start the game. First play would be a bootleg.
They need to go deep a few times too, though.
Yeah.
You gotta stretch the defense.
Yeah.
The defense is going to be so good in the playoffs. You got to stretch them out 2, 3, 4 times. Get a pass interference or something.
Yeah.
When it's going to be a low scoring game, take a few shots.
Yeah. You have to stretch a field. Who I want to make it is Texans or Broncos and Bears. I've been a big Caleb guy since college.
Be a good game.
That would be a lot. Honestly, once we eliminate the Panthers from the situation, there is every mix you can have as a game in the playoffs is going to be good. Every end of the divisional round.
This is what the NFL has strived for years. They don't care that there's 10 bad teams. As long as there's 12 good teams in the playoffs, that's what they aim for. And
I think they're a little bit happy that Mahomes is in the playoffs, higher ups in the NFL. I think this looks really good in the NFL this year.
100%.
You didn't want the Eagles and the Chiefs and
no, you couldn't. You couldn't because people are starting to get a little bored too. Yeah. And as much as I love Mahomes, he's been a boring quarterback the last couple of years. Like, he has just been a take what's there, and Hurts is the epitome of a boring quarterback. So you don't want those guys in the playoffs again. But it's going to be a really fun playoffs.
It's going to be nice watching the Super Bowl, though, saying, I can't stand these guys.
Right?
Well, the only way that happens
I don't care who wins, it's who gets hurt.
Pittsburgh got in.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to watch it. In Philadelphia. Philadelphia would be my nightmare. Yeah. It's never going to happen, but that'd be my nightmare.
I'm really just going for the AFC because I can't have the Eagles, Niners, or Packers win the Super Bowl. I couldn't have that happen.
Packers won't.
Niners could.
Eagles, Niners,
they won't go to
Packers.
Seattle. They won't go to Seattle.
Or the Bills. That's why I need the Jags to take care of the Bills. I was coming around on the Bills a little bit during the year, but then everyone started to piss me off again.
If the Bills win the first one, they take over.
They should win the Super Bowl. Just put that on right now. They should win the Super Bowl. There's no excuse for them not to win the Super Bowl this year. There are better teams. There's not one better quarterback in the playoffs besides maybe Stafford. I don't think so either.
He's proven leads don't hold up against him.
Yeah.
He gets better the later in the game, but
no reason to lose to any of those teams I'm looking at on my screen right now. Steelers, Texans, Patriots, Chargers. I don't think they should lose to the Patriots. It's the Patriots' second year of a rebuild. I don't think you should go into that game as an underdog. They will.
Like I said, the Patriots are playing with house money.
Yeah.
They're new to the system. They're only going to get better. If they get to the Super Bowl, that's a bonus.
I was going to say
like literally, that's a bonus.
They're further ahead than anyone I've seen in a rebuild. Second year of the rebuild. Who else has done this?
If we get to the Super Bowl, they're going to have for the coin flip. Russell Wilson's going to come out.
I was going to say, is Russell going to
thank him for leaving.
If you guys make the Super Bowl, I want before the game a lineup of Joe Flacco, Teddy Bridgewater, Case Keenum.
Think about this. I know I'm not part of this, but I want Chicago and Denver. That's what I want.
That would be something.
But it's going to be Seattle and Denver, and then Russell Wilson definitely.
Oh my God!
that would be better.
That's even better.
That would also be a rematch.
Think about it.
It won't be the same.
Who's flipping?
Better not be the same.
I'll never forget you walking out at halftime. What was it, like 26 to 3 or something?
That was horrible.
The overpaid Manning's head for the first. At least you guys got one.
Snap.
It would have been way worse if you guys didn't get one
First
at
snap
some
of the
point.
game.
But I mean, hey, it could be. I didn't even think of that. It could be. And would Russ come out? Like, I wonder if Russ would be a part of that.
I mean, invited.
He would definitely be there.
Him and his rock star girlfriend.
He would be there. He was on New Year's Eve for some reason too.
Yeah,
so he does a lot of stuff, I guess.
Yeah.
So, all right, let's take our picks of the week. Who do you got this week?
This week?
Yeah.
I'm going to go, if the weather's cold, night game, I'm going New England to beat the Chargers because the Chargers' offensive line, and I think Herbert will turn the ball over a few times.
Yeah.
Patriots win by 6 or 7.
I'm with you. I've got the Texans -3 against Steelers. Monday night, weird things are bound to happen, so I'm kind of scared on a single standalone Monday night game. But I don't think Rodgers is going to have any time to throw. DK's back. That's great. I don't think that matters. I don't even have time to go downfield.
I don't think they'll move the ball.
And just like watching the Steelers offense, they're trying to throw screens I don't think they're going to have the time to set up a screen. No, they're going to have time.
Fast.
They're a fast team. I don't think they're going to have time to set up a screen. Those edges are going to be just destroyed. So I like the Texans. Obviously, I like the Texans to make the Super Bowl.
Barney?
Well, that was my pick, but I'm one behind you, so I can't pick that. That was who I was going with. So I am going with the Jags.
It's -1.5.
I'm going with the Jags. I really believe they're going to beat them, and I want the Bills, but I just think the Jags got them.
Sorry, who do we have winning the Super Bowl? I don't think we said winning. Yes.
Who's winning?
Yeah, the Broncos.
Broncos.
I'll pick with my heart, but I believe Seattle will win.
Oh wow. Okay.
Oh, I'll pick with my heart.
I think Seahawks will win against the Texans too. I think I would go for the Texans, but I would on Seahawks.
The Super Bowl with those teams are going to be low scoring and boring.
Well,
if
luckily we have Bad Bunny
out of those 3 teams.
But at least we have Bad Bunny at halftime.
Is he? I thought he.
Bad Bunny's doing a halftime show. Or
no?
you can obviously go to the what's the new halftime show they're putting on because they're protesting Bad Bunny.
Bring it up.
Isn't George Strait doing it?
Yeah.
So you can obviously go to the.
They have their own.
The Republican conservative halftime show. It'll be a lot of fun. It'll be
That's where all the white guys will be going to watch the show.
Well, if you like Kid Rock, go over to go watch. I'll do what I do every year, and I'll watch the Springsteen halftime show. So
that's right.
So it's gonna be a fun week.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a fun playoffs.
Enjoy the game.
Enjoy the Sabre game, obviously. Most
importantly. Don't forget to hit subscribe.
Yeah, subscribe.
Goes a long way.
Subscribe if you want to see the only show that wears a Sabre shirt and talks about the Sabres sometimes. At some point, what's kind of gonna suck about the football season being over is we're gonna have to get you to watch a little bit of hockey because we have to. Yeah, if the Leafs stink, we have to talk about the Leafs. We'll start talking about LeBron a little bit soon. But all right, thank you for watching. Enjoy Wild Card Weekend.
I'm Reg.
I'm E. We'll see you later.